After years of bird watching, I finally came face to face with a bird I'd been hoping to see for a long time, and it was even more stunning than I ever imagined. This week took me to 5 incredible locations, and along the way, I picked up a life bird, checked in on my favorite nesting pair, and witnessed a behavior so interesting it's getting its own video this Thursday. Welcome back to Wondering About Nature. We start at Conestoga River Park. If you caught Thursday's video, you already know I had a wonderful time watching the common merganser family there. The mom and her ducklings are doing just beautifully. Make sure you check out that video if you haven't. But the park had much more to offer. A Baltimore Oriole was tending to her nest, that gorgeous woven basket swaying in the breeze. I watched her slip out of it at one point. It's always a privilege to catch those quiet, tender moments. And speaking of the mergansers, I filmed something that absolutely made my day. A great blue heron was feeding directly behind the merganser group, and it was no coincidence. That behavior is fascinating enough that it deserves its own story, and that's exactly what's coming this Thursday. I'll just leave it here for now. But the real surprise at this park? A male Scarlet Tanager, perched right out in the open. I had never seen a male before, and I could tell you, no field guide photo does justice to how electric that red is against jet black wings. We also had dozens of Chimney Swifts wheeling overhead, those tiny aerialists that spend nearly their entire lives on the wing. I did a video about them. If you'd like to check it out, I'll put the link at the end of this video. Over at Noel Dorwart Park, I checked in on my old friends, the white-breasted nuthatches I've been following all season. And sure enough, one of them was seen disappearing right into the nesting cavity. Things are coming along, and I'll keep you posted as the season unfolds. A Baltimore Oriole was singing beautifully here as well. And then I had one of those moments you just don't forget. Walking the trail ahead of me, moving in and out of the grasses, was a Veery. This is a life bird for me. If you're not familiar with a Veery, they're in the thrush family. They're secretive, often heard before being seen. Seeing it walking along at eye level, unhurried, was a real gift. A quick stop at the Spalding Conservancy Trails at Franklin and Marshall College offered a nice change of pace. An eastern-tailed blue butterfly was feeding on a flower, delicate and perfect. And a question mark butterfly had settled right on the boardwalk. It's a good reminder that the wonders out here extend well beyond birds. Chestnut Grove Nature Preserve had a real buzz to it this week, and if you follow purple martins, you'll understand why. They've just started arriving to the area, and I watched them checking out the gourds. The season is just getting started, and I'm excited to keep an eye on things here. An Indigo Bunting was singing from a nearby perch. That almost surreal saturated blue is something I never get tired of. And then I came across a pairing I didn't expect. A common Yellowthroat singing away, while an Orchard Oriole sat calmly in the same tree. Those kinds of layered moments are what makes slow birding worth it. Nearby, a yellow-breasted chat wrapped up my time at the preserve, belting out a mixture of song from the treetops, as only a chat can do. My last stop of the week was at Wildwood Park in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. A wood duck hen was guiding her ducklings through the marsh. I also spotted some frogs along the trail. Tree swallows were gathered on a branch chatting away at each other, and a spotted sandpiper was working in the shallows. And then there was a great egret, standing with that remarkable patience egrets are known for, while red-winged blackbirds were making repeated passes just overhead. They almost certainly have a nest somewhere close by, and were making their feelings very clear. The egret, for its part, was completely unbothered. I also spent 2 wonderful days in Center County at Black State Park and the Scotia Barrens at the end of the week. I was there for a YouTube content creators meetup, which was a really special experience. Those places are going to get their own dedicated video, so stay tuned for that one. If you're enjoying these weekly rewinds, a like and a subscribe really help this channel to grow, and it also helps me to know what kind of content you enjoy. And this Thursday, I'll be going deep on one of the most interesting behaviors I've filmed all season. A great blue heron has figured out how to take advantage of a common merganser's feeding activity in a very deliberate way. It's a textbook example of commensal foraging in the wild, and the footage tells the whole story. Until then, keep your eyes open, your pace slow, and I'll see you on the trail. Thanks for watching.